Are you open with kind of sharing a little bit of like the revenue numbers that you were able to generate last year with your service bureau?
Well, for like the service bureau in on its own, it's right at 300,000.
300,000. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's huge. And that's second year, right? Second year in our
Mhm.
program, hitting multiple solid six figures. So
Yes.
that's huge. Yeah, big congrats. Those are
Not
solid
including
numbers.
my tax office stuff, but yeah.
There you go.
But I'm trying to get away from that.
Yep, yeah, that's the next part, right? It's like, okay, now the
Yes.
service bureau is covering the
Hmm.
balance and then some. It's
So
like now
I
you
don't
can
have to
start
worry
kind of
about that.
making that
Yes.
adjustment. Welcome to the Service Bureau Accelerator podcast, where we help tax professionals start and scale a successful service bureau.
All right. Welcome to another episode of the Service Bureau Accelerator interview series. I'm here with Ross and Jakaylon. Go ahead, Ross, and kick it off.
Sure. So Jakaylon, thanks for jumping in. Welcome to the call. How are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
Very good. Thanks. Very good. So Jakaylon, if you want to kick things off real quick, maybe just kind of introduce yourself really quickly. Maybe give us a little background of your experience in the industry. Where were you at prior to joining the Service Bureau Accelerator, and ultimately, what made you want to become a service bureau with us here with Service Bureau Accelerator?
My name is Jakaylon White. I originally started in a tax industry as a lead tax preparer working for Jackson Hewitt. Um, about mm, about 12 years or so. I actually took my internship when I received my associate's degree in business administration and management. From there, I decided to go back to school, and I realized, okay, well, I have this degree. I don't know how to implement it into my life and actually um, start an actual business that I actually feel that would actually be successful. And already had the background with that type of business and what to actually do. So from there, I started preparing taxes. I received my e-filing number and different things like that. And from there, I started realizing different things about like the back end fees and how those different things work. And by me using the software that I was able to actually receive incentives or, generate income on the back end as well. And I felt like I was already doing most of the work anyway, so why not, figure it out and, also allow other people to, you know, go through the same thing that I went through and use that as a stepping stone to actually get you where you want to be and being able to operate, your business the right way.
What was that? Just kind of seen, like, were you in a scenario where like those fees were like kind of creeping up pretty high whenever you're using a bank product? And you're like, what's going on here?
Yes, and then it was crazy because I was logging into the software as a service bureau and I was told that, okay, well, you build your team, you get all these people, when you receive this, that. And I realized, okay, I'm investing more money into getting all these people and providing them with the training and different things like that. But the money that I was supposed to get turned out to not to be the actual amount that I was supposed to be actually getting originally. And I was like, once they all joined, I had them all set up in my system. Then that's when I got hit with this bogus contract. So I was just like, oh no, I can't do this anymore.
So you were with someone previously before joining our program. You were with someone
Yes.
else. It kind of
Yes.
set up as a service bureau, but they kind of had their hands a little bit too deep in your service bureau
Yes.
pockets. Kind of
Yes.
a yeah.
Well,
Okay.
they never told me I was an actual service bureau, but they basically told me that, okay, you'll get this fee, and the percentage of each preparer that I had that was operating under my e-filing number, I will get the whole percentage. But then later on, they end up changing it. And then that's when I
Right.
realized, okay, about all the other fees and how they was able to change it and set it. And I'm like, Okay, so why I don't know about this? Like, I was told that it was going to the IRS, so
Right. There you
yeah,
go.
so
So then how'd you end up finding SBA? Like, what was it just kind of that scenario where it's like you had that problem that you're looking for, and then like an ad popped up on your feed, and you're like, let me take a look at this. Did you hear
mm,
about us, or how'd you end up joining our program?
well, I called the tech support number one day, and they was like, "Oh, you need to speak with," I believe say, Right Way Taxes, and then I was like, "Huh? I don't even know who that is." Then, later on down the line, I had ended up speaking with someone else, and it was like, "Oh, Service Bureau Accelerator." I wrote the name down and started researching.
Fair
Yeah.
enough. There you go. That's how it can happen sometimes. Awesome. So what ultimately made you want to join SBA? Like was it just kind of a combination of that, like what you were dealing with, and then getting on a call with us and us just being like, hey, yeah, we set you up as a service bureau, you get those fees, and it just kind of clicked. It just made sense. Like what was that experience like for you
Yes.
to make you ultimately want to join?
Well, I felt like I was already, doing the work. I already had, everything set up. My platform was pretty much already set up. And I knew that I had room for improvement, but I just didn't have the guidance to actually, improve in the, you know, different areas that I needed help with. And once I spoke with you guys and you explained everything and you showed me, okay, we have this, okay, you need help with this, okay, we have this here. And once I realized that that's all that I really needed to be successful, that's the route that I felt like would be the most, sufficient way to actually be more successful.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, you came out swinging pretty hard, right? I mean, like 2 seasons ago, you hit our very like first year you hit the volume rebate tier, which is that's like goal number 1, right? Like is get into those rebate tiers and then continue to grow from there. And then even this past tax season, you almost got into the second tier, like very, very close. But like
Yeah.
which is like darn because there's some extra dollars
Yeah,
there. But
actually,
um
let's up about that for a long time. I'm like thinking of all the things I could have
close.
did different,
Yeah,
but
for
I have
sure, for sure. But
confidence. I feel like it's gonna
yeah,
be good.
but I mean, your results so far, like they're solid, right? I mean, and even this past season, even though you didn't get to the next year, there was like 40% growth, right, year over
Yes.
year in your
Okay.
products, which is huge. So I'd love to kind of talk about like what have you been doing? Because like you kind of mentioned earlier, like you were already kind of building the team, you're already doing a lot of that
Right.
stuff. Is there anything that like really shifted when you once you joined our program, like learning our strategies? Like what did you end up doing to grow your service bureau?
Mm, just listening more to you guys and actually following everything that you've actually showed me and taught me. I can't say I did try the ad, but only ran like 3 ads, and I was like, "No, this not for me," because I would call the people and they were confused, they didn't know what I was talking about. I was like, "Oh, no, I don't think this is a good idea." But I did get into like those different groups and make posts, and I would get like random messages from people, or I've been watching your page, I've been seeing you promote this, that. At first, I was not promoting it. I will just promote a little bit, and it'll be like just like a few posts, and I would just get a lot of people. But now it's like every time you see me on social media, not to say that I post it every day, I do try to post, different things, but I do try to some type of way, let other people see, okay, there is a way to be able to generate income that you're looking for if you just try. And I have the blueprint, I have the proof. So,
One
Nice.
of the things I noticed that you're doing is you're spread out, meaning that you don't have all your volume tied to like 1 or 2 clients. Like your volume is spread out pretty across multiple clients,
mhm.
which actually is beneficial for the long term, right? Like we talked about at the convention, right? Don't have 30 or 40% of your business on one client. So that's a good start for sure.
Mhm. And so, Jakaylon, what have you been doing for like for as far as like your target customers, right? Like you as a service bureau, are you going after like preparers? Are you really just focused on EROs only? Are you doing business box? Like what's kind of your model that you've been implementing for your service bureau growth?
Well, I've been just trying to focus on now allowing the EROs to actually grow their actual offices. So I just been, helping them with more training, more extensive training, more hands-on, different ways to allow them to see, okay, yeah, you have these clients here that you're generating income from, but also if you extend your business out a little more and bring in more people, then, you'll be able to generate more income. So that's what I've been mostly focusing on. And like for like the newcomers, they've been just pretty much just coming to me on their own.
Right. Awesome, awesome. So are you I was just kind of curious. I do have a question about this. Some people like are open to share. It's totally up to you, but are you open with kind of sharing a little bit of like the revenue numbers that you were able to generate last year with your service bureau? We don't have to.
Uh,
If we can just talk like numbers, if growth numbers, which you mentioned before, but it's up to you. Some people are like, hell yeah, I want to share, but you don't have to if you don't
um,
want to.
well, for like the service bureau in on its own, it's right at 300,000. So,
300,000. Yeah,
mhm.
that's huge, and that's second year, right? Second year in our
Mhm.
program, hitting multiple solid six figures. So
Yes.
that's huge. Yeah, big congrats. Those are
Not
solid
including my
numbers.
tax office stuff, but yeah.
There you go.
But I'm trying to get away from that.
Yep, yeah, that's the next part, right? It's like, okay, now the
Yes.
service bureau is covering the balance
Mhm.
and then some. It's
So
like now
I
you
don't
can
have to
start
worry
kind of
about that.
making that
Yes.
adjustment. Yeah, awesome, awesome. That's huge. I mean, big congratulations on that. That's
Thank
a
you.
really impressive number to put on the board. So awesome. So let's kind of shift now. I always like to ask a little bit more about kind of your experience going through our platform, going through our training. Um, if you'd want to like share a little bit of your experience, I know you mentioned before, like just kind of taking what we teach and really applying it. But is there
Mhm.
any has there was there any kind of like big aha moments or like big takeaways that you got from going through our training or our coaching? Anything you want to share?
Pretty much everything.
Okay.
Pretty much everything, like, all
It's
the
all aha
classes,
moments.
everything. It was like, okay, we're about to have another training. Let me make sure I can get on and at least listen to almost to the end. I normally try to stay on there to the end unless I'm just extremely busy, but yeah, pretty much everything. Yeah,
Awesome. Okay, so you've been able to just be a sponge and just like
yeah,
absorb
yeah,
as much as
yeah.
you
Because
can. Cool.
it's like a no-brainer, okay. Everything that I'm already doing, I'm pretty much doing it on my own. But then I have, these two guys that I meet with, and everything that I've been trying to figure out, they pretty much mastered it already. So yeah.
Let me just plug in. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Awesome. What would you say, for yourself, I'm curious, like what do you feel like is the most valuable part of it? The training platform, or is it like kind of the coaching calls that we've been running as well? Like where would you kind of
The
the
coaching
coaching
calls,
calls?
yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Because
Just getting
the
that like
training part,
live.
it's just like, yeah, like the training part, I went through it, but I didn't go through it as thoroughly as I probably should have. But it was like I understood like the different ways to be able to make my company better, do better, uh offer, better packages and different things like that. But it was like the coaching cost kind of like put the icing on top of the cake. So
Awesome. Nice. Yeah, I love it. So last kind of section of questions here for you, and then we'll wrap up the interview. But I always like to ask about support. I know that's always a big thing. A lot of people complain about their current support prior to joining our program as EROs, just not getting the help, or even like the mentorship and growth as well. But if you
mhm.
want to share a little bit about your experience with support, how do you how did you feel using it? Getting your questions answered. Just kind of share a little bit of feedback on our support platform, like when you open a ticket with us.
Well, normally anytime I open a ticket, I always get some type of response within 24 hours, but I try not to be that, nagging person that's always putting in the ticket for everything. I'm more of a person that's going to try to least figure it out on my own or try to see if I can at least try to figure out. It may take me like 2 weeks or so, but then once I start realize, okay, wait, I have to go ahead and put in the ticket because I don't think I'm gonna be able to resolve this issue, or I don't think that it's clicking to me. So then I open up a ticket, but I always get a pretty fast response.
Awesome, awesome. Good to hear. And it's been good responses, like been good results so far
Yeah.
working with our support team.
I
Yes,
think you gave her
amazing.
one of your video reviews at one point on her packages.
Oh, did you do an offer review with me? I do so
Um,
many of them. I forget all the
yeah.
time now.
Yeah, right. I think around October of last year or November, somewhere
Okay.
around. Yes.
Awesome. Awesome. Cool. Awesome. So that's good to hear. So let's talk about some upcoming things, right? Like obviously we're right now, as the time of recording this, we're in early September, almost midway through September now. Uh, what are you most excited about for next year? Like we're kind of in getting towards the last quarter of this year. So I want to talk about like your future goals for your service bureau. What's kind of like your biggest goal, or what are you most excited about for your service bureau for next year?
I wrote it down. My goal, I believe I put my goal at 3,000 bank products. I believe, or because 3,000, no, I think I said 2,000 because I said I was going to try
Mhm.
to double it. But
Yeah.
if I could get to 3,000, that would be perfect for me. But yeah, I'll say about 2,000 is my goal for next year. I feel like
Awesome.
I can do it.
I think you can do it. Yeah. Your numbers, your growth is there, and especially the momentum off the convention, right? Like that's kind of why we put it on for, like, especially when we have members like yourself who are
I
you're
definitely thought that I
already
wasn't going to be able to
growing.
make it. I was like, "Oh my god, I'm so worn out. I don't know what I'm gonna do." Then it was like, "Okay, no. Okay, I can keep going. Okay, yes, this is important. This is important." Okay, so
Awesome. Awesome. Oh, glad you made it. So, um, my final question for you, and then Baldeep has a very last question to wrap it up. But my very last
Mhm.
question for you is, if someone's looking at joining Service Bureau Accelerator, right? They want to become a service bureau. They're looking at joining our program. What kind of feedback, comments, or kind of words of advice would you share with someone looking at joining our program?
Don't miss the opportunity. It's a no-brainer. Just do it. Don't hesitate. Don't think about it. Just if you got the money to do it, just do it. Don't wait. So yeah.
Awesome, love it. That was a very fast response, actually. Usually people are like, "Oh, that's let me think." Oh, you're like, "Just go, go, go."
No, no, no. It's nothing to think about. And when you start thinking about it, then that's when you get too hesitant, and then you start second guessing yourself. Like once I got on the call, spoke with you guys. I believe I actually spoke with you. After I got off the call, I was like, okay, where do I send my money to? Okay, you go ahead and send it now. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah, sometimes in life you just got to make that decision, right? You just got to jump
Yeah,
all, like you just got
yeah.
to
If
cannonball into
not,
that
you're
pool.
gonna
Like don't even
forever hold yourself back. So.
love it, love it. Cool. Well, thank you very much for those good words of advice to our viewers or listeners.
All right. So my last question for you, for the millions watching at home, if somebody's watching this and they're like, "Hey, I kind of want to work with her," how do they find you?
Facebook. I'm normally on Facebook.
Yeah,
Facebook. You want to give more details? Like,
Uh,
go.
handles, website, anything.
So type in what in Facebook? Your name?
Phil and Jakaylon White. Me and my husband, we
Uh,
share a Facebook
you
page.
share an account. Okay. So spell that out so people can find it.
PHIL
Hmm.
with a capital N,
Okay.
JAKAYLON, White.
And then white. And then what's the
Yeah,
picture on it?
it's
It's
me.
you and your husband? Oh, it's just
No,
you.
just me by myself.
Okay.
Perfect.
Awesome. All right, we'll go ahead and wrap it up. Thanks everyone for joining. We'll see you on the next one.